After weeks of speculation, the 2021 Australian Open finally seems to have a solid start date. The reason for postponement is due to the Australian Open government making the 14-day quarantine mandatory, meaning players will have to arrive in January instead of December. According to The Age and Sydney Morning Herald, tournament director and Tennis Australia CEO Craig Tiley sent a note to the players announcing that the event would now run from February 8th to February 21st. It was originally scheduled from January 18th to January 31st, but there were rumors that it would instead begin on the 1st of February. Tiley responded to this speculation in the email saying, a February 1st start date would not have allowed any matches and also would have been unfair to players who may get infected during the quarantine, as it would have ruled them out of the Australian Open. It's taken a while, but the great news is it looks like we are going to be able to hold the Australian Open on February 8th. According to the reports of the note, players will arrive in Melbourne between January 15th and 17th on charter flights, paid for by Tennis Australia, with a mandated 14-day quarantine, beginning only after the last player arrives. Additionally, players can train during the quarantine with only one other player if they receive a negative COVID-19 test on the second day of the quarantine. They can train with a maximum of 4 players/coaches after receiving a third negative test on the 8th day of quarantine. In total, each player will be tested 5 times during the quarantine period on the 1st, 3rd, 7th, 10th, and 14th days. Players may only leave their hotels for a maximum of 5 hours per day, up to 2 hours on a court, up to 2 hours in a gym, and up to 1 hour eating at the tournament site. Player travel is restricted to Melbourne Park and the Albert Reserve Tennis Centre. Moreover, players may only bring one coach. Tennis Australia will also pick up the cost of entourage travel and accommodation. The tournament will pay full prize money with possible redistribution of earnings to increase early round purses. Details about fan capacity were not included in the note. Also, The Age included some statements from Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews in regards to the tournament. Unlike every other tennis tournament that the men's and women's tours will play this year, only the Australian Open is a tennis tournament in a city where it can likely be assumed that those players will bring the virus here. Just think about that for a moment. Every other Grand Slam is happening where cases are running wild. Every other tournament, certainly those in the United States, which is, I think, the lion's share of the tournaments, cases are running wild. So we are unique in that we've built something that no one else has built across the nation. And on that basis, we have to safeguard that, and I think we can. The notion of keeping up the players' fitness and training and all those things in the lead up to the tournament is no simple thing, he told reporters. Andrew also denied the suggestion that there might not be adequate hotel space available to stand up a quarantine bubble for tennis players due to hotels having already booked in members of the public. No, we're very confident that we have sufficient space, he said. This isn't the issue that's holding us up. It's just finalizing the detailed arrangements around quarantine. There are many hours of meetings that have happened and will continue to happen, and when we can update you all, we will. On Tuesday, Craig Tiley made comments at a private business function in Melbourne where he reportedly said that there is a chance the Australian Open could still be cancelled. With the Aussie Open being delayed, there's been some questions about the lead-up events. As of now, the Auckland Open has been cancelled, which makes sense seeing as it's held in New Zealand. Therefore, expect the Qatar Open in Doha to be cancelled as well. However, there's been no news about the Brisbane WTA event, Adelaide Tournament, and ATP Cup. I want to stress that the ATP Cup has not been cancelled as of yet, despite some ill-informed reports. Tennis insider Parsa Namati tweeted that there could be 2 WTA tournaments, an ATP 250 event and the ATP Cup held a week before the Australian Open. Additionally, Namati reported that Australian Open qualifying has not yet been confirmed, but they might hold the women's qualies in Dubai the second week of January. Also, the Australian Open's delay affects 12 ATP events and possibly 5 WTA events. Much of this is developing information, so I'll for sure make a video when there's an official announcement. Moving on from the Australian Open, Five-time champion Roger Federer announced some exciting news yesterday for his fans that he's officially reclaimed his RF logo. Since Federer switched to Uniqlo, Nike maintained the rights to the logo, which has been for over 2 years. In a Twitter video to his followers, the 20-time major champion revealed that fans can look to buy some RF merch very soon.
Hey, it's Roger here. I hope you guys are doing well. I got some exciting news to share with you all. Uh-oh, nothing in the box, but I'm not alone on the couch. Oh, that's right. The RF cap is back. Look at them. We're gonna put them in the box. And these, we're gonna also put them in the box. And these guys are available for you fans to get soon. Look at them. Roger, go Roger on the back with the Uniqlo logo, with the RF logo. And then of course this guy. Let's see if it fits. How am I looking? They're ready for you guys. Take care, bye.
Speaking of new branding, the WTA announced their own rebrand with their new logo and campaign. The logo change is their first in 10 years, and I actually really like it. I like how there's actually a tennis player on the logo, like the ATP's. Also similar to the ATP is the labeling of WTA tournaments. Instead of international, premier, mandatory, etc., they're calling them WTA 250, 500, and 1000. I have to admit this is much better and easier to understand for just about anyone, but the points for these tournaments will stay the same. This can be confusing because the WTA's point system is different from the ATP's. WTA President Mickey Lawler spoke about this change saying, "Fans really respond to the unified approach which tennis is uniquely able to provide. We see it with ticket sales at combined women's and men's tournaments, viewership on shared broadcast platforms, and the popularity of the Tennis United digital content series co-created by the WTA and ATP amidst the challenges of 2020. Adopting the streamlined tournament naming system is 100% about making it easier for WTA fans, corporate partners, and the media to engage and follow our sport." The WTA also includes some new videos and articles about some top players, so I urge you to visit their site and get even more information about your favorite women's players. That's all for the video, and let me know your thoughts about the Australian Open's delay, Federer getting his logo back, and the WTA's rebranding. Also, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you're notified whenever we post new developments concerning the Australian Open. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Grand Slam Tennis News Today.